think it's important for our students to know that the world is a lot bigger than West Bridgewater, and the more exposure we can give them here, the better off I think they'll be.
Well, I think we've really become a global society these days with the advent of the internet, and it helps us be connected to communities much more intimately than we were previously.
I think it gives them more exposure outside the community to experience a different culture, just for exposure.
I think it's great because it exposes them to lots of different cultures, and to expose them to cultures makes them a more educated student.
I think it's very important because kids will be going around the world with activities in the school like exchange trips. So being able to experience them like here tonight is such a great way to learn and start.
I think it's important for students to engage in cultural activities because it sheds a light on a different culture and a different experience that's outside of West Bridgewater, so it's something new.
This event really is going to capture all the great things about Spanish culture. It'll have food, it'll have music, it'll have dancing, and it'll have some camaraderie.
Well, flamenco is a beautiful art. It's not just dance, it's song, it's clapping, it's guitar, and I think it's beautifully captured
Through three very important aspects of culture, that would be comer, bailar, y cantar.
The food is great. I can't wait to see the dancing. And I think just, getting exposed to all the different aspects of the culture is a great thing.
The foods and the dancers, I think, is going to be a great way to capture the Spanish culture.
I think that the dancing and all the different food, it really captures a bunch of the Spanish culture that we're not exposed to.
Oh, I am really looking forward to the albondigas, which are Spanish meatballs, and of course the quesadillas.
I'm pretty excited. I saw vegetarian paella, and I'm a vegetarian, so I'm excited about that. And the churros, of course.
I love rice, so I saw they have a couple different kinds of paella there.
It was all very good. I tried the rices, the meatballs. I did not get a churro. They were all out. So I tried everything else though.
I really want to try everything, like the paella, the churros. It sounds so good.
I'd like to learn a few flamenco steps myself, so I'm hoping the dancers can teach us all a little something.
Anything new. I might attempt to dance the flamenco. I'll be afraid, but I think I might try it.
I'm just really looking forward to the flamenco. I know nothing at all about the music or the dance. So
I can't wait to see the dancing. I think they'll do a great job.
I want to learn how to flamenco dance. I want to get on stage and dance with them.
I think it would be really fun to dance because I've never done the flamenco dance before.
Oh, absolutely. I think there's so many things that we're unaware of, and we don't know until we have events like this to really expose us to it.
Oh, absolutely. It's more than just the language. You can make connections through literature, music, art, dance. There's tons of other stuff out there other than the language, and it's important for people to get to know them and appreciate them.
Absolutely. This event and our World Cultures Night always expose our kids and staff and parents to lots of different things.
Yes, there are a lot. Like, for example, the foods and the dancing, the different cultures have different ways of expressing things that they like.
So we are Flamingo Boston. We're so happy to be here. Thank you for having us. And I'd just like to introduce the group before we continue with the show. On dance, we have Yoshi Karahashi. Also dancing, we have Edmi Ortiz. My name is Antonio, and I'll be playing guitar. And just a quick public service announcement before we go on. So in flamenco, the proper etiquette is once we do the clapping, which is called palmas, you guys typically wouldn't clap along. What you guys can do instead, if you want to participate, is you can shout a magic word. Does anyone know what that particular word is? No, not pickles. Pretty close. But,
eggs, bacon, grits, sausage.
It's ole. Somebody's an expert over there. We got it. So why don't we practice that, all right? Uno, dos, tres, ole. One more time. Uno, dos, tres, ole. So you can say that whenever you like something. You see that something like very flashy that you like, you can just scream it out whenever. Don't feel censored. Also, the proper etiquette is if you don't like something, you can also shout ole. So. Anyways, on with the show. So in flamenco, there's upwards of 50 different palos or styles of flamenco, and each one there's no real narrative or story. A lot of people come up to us after the show and say, okay, what does this dance mean? What kind of story was she telling? There's no real story, but each song kind of has its own emotion. And the next one is called Alegrias, which means happiness. So yeah, the next song will be a happy one. So a little history about flamenco. Does anybody know where flamenco came from? No, not pickles. Spain is where it came from. But originally, actually, it started from the gypsies who traveled out of India, traveled through the Middle East, through the top of Northern Africa, and through the south of Europe. And along their travels, they carried all these influences and ideas and concepts and musical ideas and clothing styles and everything along with them until they eventually settled into the south of Spain, where basically at that point it was a big melting pot of different cultures. We had the Sephardic Jews, the Berbers, the Moors, the Spaniards who were already living there. And in that melting pot came flamenco. And then beyond that, after the Spaniards discovered the Americas, then they went to Latin America and came back and brought back influences. So there, and now, even now, it's evolving still, and you can find flamenco in Sweden and Japan, in Texas, even in West Bridgewater. So the next song is called a Guajiras, and it's a song form that's called Ida y Volta, or There and Back, which means it traveled across the Atlantic Ocean, brought back influences back to Spain, and here we see the piece that we're talking about, the Guajiras.
Mm.